So what many people might not know is that your work email is actually an assigned Google Apps for Education Gmail account as well. So if you can sign in, just go to Google, Google homepage. That little blue sign in button should be in the top right hand corner. You can see I've already signed in with my gareth.wiggettcg.catholic.edu.au account. Quite often this will pop up, so it's just username, first name, last name, password. Select Canberra Goulburn from the diocese options and then log in. And then you should be signed in. So my Google account, Gareth John Wigg, all good to go. So from within that, you've got your little 9 squares up here, your apps suite. You can access Google Photos, which should pop up down here. By default, you should see the same ones I see. So Google Photos is in there. Pretty good place to keep all your photos. Your Google Apps for Education account, you have unlimited cloud drive storage in your Google accounts for that. So I was looking at a gentleman from Wollongong, his Google account last week, and he had over 650 gigabyte of mostly photos in his Google account, and that will it basically creates a free place for you to put all your stuff and not have to worry about storage ever again, and access wherever you've got an internet connection. So anyway, back to the photos. So I've uploaded just some pictures, some cartoon images I got made of the students last year for their yearbook. So to add photos to your drive, let's just say I've got photos down here. Year 6, 2016. Not in there. Oh, here we go, Year 6 Gold. So just if you've got any photos on your desktop or on a drive or something, just click and drag them in, and then they'll all just be plonked right there, and then Google Photos will separate them all like that. So the Google Photos feature I want to show you, it's pretty simple, but sometimes simple's the best anyway, and it's just another option to be aware of. So if I wanted to make a collage of these photos, I can go down here, go to Photos Assistant, and Collage, and select up to 2 to 9 items. Select on the top row there, create, and that'll put them into one tidy image. And I guess the benefit of that is it will size them all exactly the same. If it's 9 across, here you can see you've got options here, makes these two a little bit bigger, makes it a little bit more dynamic. And then there's some editing tools you can do, brighten up, darken the page, sharpen the colour, black and white, vignette, that looks kind of cool, those effects. Over here you can, a little bit of colouring, just to bring out some other colours deep, and it's all a little bit Instagram-y to be honest, but you might find that's really useful just for you, just for the portraits that you take of students. Do a little spin here, done, and then that's saved in my drive. Like I said, it's pretty basic what Google Photos does. So if I just go back to my photos now, it will have saved this image, and I guess probably the option I'd suggest is you could do lots of little images like this, and then work with those images if you wanted to put them on, say, a Word document to create your PDF. But yeah, you could probably do simple things like just changing the black and white. I mean, they're all things you can do in Word documents as well, but what I really wanted to show you was the fact that you can put unlimited amount of photos in this drive and do some cool stuff there. So the second and main web-based photo editing application I wanted to show you was Pixlr. Pixlr is a very powerful photo editing tool. The really great thing about it is it's free, and to be quite honest, I've got a very limited idea about its full capabilities, but when it's been demonstrated to me what you can do, it's really mind-blowing. So you have to log in to use the service. It's pretty simple. If you've already logged in with your a personal Gmail account or your school Gmail account, as I demonstrated earlier, you can just click on here, sign in using social providers. So you can use your Facebook page, Twitter, whatever. You can use Google. So you might have to type your CG password again, but it's recognised me just because I'm already signed in. Technically, I'm still signed in on this browser to my Google account. So once I'm signed in, you got Pixel Express and you've got Pixel Editor. Pixel Express is really good for just really super basic photo editing, but I think Pixel Editor is really what we want to do. So let's open an image from a computer. So this picture of Archer from last year. And from here you can make it bigger. Got all these little tools, and it's a lot of just playing around really. Add a filter to it, box blur. Okay, blur it up. All lots of playing around really. Like I said, half this stuff I wouldn't know what to do, but it is pretty cool. What you can possibly do on here. You can add more images on here. Do whatever you want. So create collages. I would say that the Pixlr, the simple editor before, is really effective for collages. I don't really use this version of Pixlr too much to create collages with. So once you finish with your, for some reason I wanted to leave it blurry like that. Save that picture. Save it to my computer. Just check on my desktop now. And excellent, I've got a really average blurry picture of a student that I don't need. But again, it's just going through, having a bit of a play. Old photo, let's see what that does. Yeah, it gives a bit of a black and white sepia tone. You can see here you got rotate layers, so you can put photos on top of each other, so you could add backgrounds to some of your photos and things like that. So yeah, have a bit of a play with that if you want. I'll show you what the more simpler version I guess looks like. Here we go. Pixel Express. Collage. Put a photo on there. Let's just use. Here. So you can create spaces between some roundness to the images if you'd like. Size there, really cool stuff there. Different layouts, different collages, good colours, looks pretty neat. Do a Connect 4 theme, and then that's as simple as this one gets, which is part of the beauty of it, I think. Really, again, a simple page is sometimes the best type of page. So when you finish, just click Finished. Then you've got all these other effects you can do. So kind of trippy stuff like that. Close that. Sorry, that's what I'm doing here. Let's go back to that. So I probably just learned a good lesson there that I probably want my collage sorted with all my pictures first before I start really getting into any of the other editing. So probably populate it with all your pictures first, then go to finished, and then that's where you could probably play with these borders. Go back to effects, soft, apply. Atomic. It's a bit crazy. It's a bit harsh in the old eyes too. So apply it. So there's plenty of stuff to play with here. Put little images on. Simple as moving around. So once that's done, you can save your image. Save it, and then when you've done that collage, download it back to your computer. And of course we've got our usual apps that we use. So Strip Design on the iPad is always a bit of a winner. Comic Life is a really good one too that most of the staff are used to. Any new staff, please show them how. And an oldie but a goodie is Piccollage, which you can use on a computer or on your iPad. Like anything, if you need help with any yearbook stuff, just send me an email and I'm happy to work with you and try and work out a solution.